Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I am your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And anytime we need updates from Assumption Parish, we turn our attention to Commander Lonnie Cavalier. Hey, Commander, how are we doing today?
Doing fine, Keith. How are y'all?
Doing very well, thank you. Seems we got a few more people off the streets. Let's talk about this first one, Mr. Jesse Joe Hernandez.
Yeah, this was a pretty big arrest for us. Jesse Joe Hernandez, 21 of 108 Donovan Road, Houma, Louisiana, was arrested on multiple drug and gun law violations arising from a traffic stop on LA 70 east of Plottenville on Tuesday evening. A uniformed patrol deputy assigned to the ICE detail observed the vehicle commit a traffic violation and executed a stop of that vehicle. The deputy made contact with the driver, now identified as Jesse Joe Hernandez, and engaged the violator in an officer-violator interview. The deputy noted a strong odor of suspected marijuana emitting from the vehicle. Deputies further noted illegal tint on the vehicle windows. At the conclusion of the driver interview, the deputy believed further investigation was warranted. A K-9 unit was summoned to the location. The K-9 conducted an open-air sniff of the suspect vehicle and alerted positive for the presence of illegal controlled dangerous substance. Deputies conducted a search of the suspect vehicle, resulting in the seizure of a significant amount of suspected raw marijuana product, a large quantity of Schedule 1 controlled dangerous substances, including THC and byproducts, cash, and a firearm. During a search of the person of Jesse Joe Hernandez, deputies seized additional CBD byproduct and multiple doses of the pain killer oxycodone. Jesse Joe Hernandez was arrested and booked into the Assumption Parish Jail on charges of possession with intent to distribute marijuana, prohibited acts, possession with intent to distribute Schedule 1 controlled dangerous substances, illegal carrying of weapons in the presence of controlled dangerous substances, possession of oxycodone, following vehicles too closely, and illegal window tint. Jesse Joe Hernandez posted a $140,000 commercial bond.
Wow. And again, that's a large amount of...
The street valued about $50,000 on the synthetic stuff.
Wow, $50,000 just on the synthetics, not including the raw marijuana. Well, glad he was able to be brought to justice. Let's talk about our second one, Sarah Ann Scully.
Yes, Sarah Ann Scully, 47 of 619 Kentucky Street in Morgan City, was arrested on a warrant charging her with failure to appear in court in Assumption Parish on drug law violations, as well as a warrant charging her with a probation and parole violation. Sarah Ann Scully was previously arrested in Assumption Parish, and as a result of that arrest was ordered to appear in court on June 25, 2024, and failed to do so, resulting in a warrant being issued for her arrest. Sarah Ann Scully was arrested by the Morgan City Police Department and was released to the custody of the Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office on December the 4th. Sarah Ann Scully was booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charges of failure to appear in court in Assumption Parish on June 25th, 2024, on account of possession of a Schedule 2 controlled dangerous substance and a detainer from probation and parole. Sarah Ann Scully remains incarcerated with her bond set at $726.50 cash for failure to appear, and she was ordered held without bond on a probation parole violation and will be housed in the Lafourche Parish Jail.
All right. And again, it just lets you know when you're told to appear in court for whatever it is, you need to show up. And if not,
Absolutely.
You guys are going to find them and hold them accountable.
And they're making them, they're making it known that the judges are making it known they're just not going to tolerate it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's talk about our last one, Elton James Ryder.
Elton James Ryder, 42 of 2810 Northeast Evangeline Thruway, Lafayette, Louisiana, was arrested on multiple warrants charging him with failure to appear in court in Assumption Parish and felony drug law violations. Elton James Ryder Jr. was arrested in Assumption Parish and as a result was ordered to appear in court on September 18, 2023 and August the 12th, 2024, and failed to do so on both occasions, resulting in warrants being issued for his arrest. Elton James Ryder Jr. was arrested by the Tucson, Louisiana Police Department on the Assumption Parish arrest warrants on December the 2nd and was housed at the Lafayette Parish Correctional Complex pending transfer to the Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office, which did occur on December 4, 2024. Elton James Ryder Jr. was booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on Wednesday on charges as follows: failure to appear in court in Assumption Parish on September 18, 2023 on account of prohibited acts, Schedule 3, possession of methamphetamine. Also, failure to appear warrant in court for failure to appear in Assumption Parish on August 12, 2024 on counts of possession of Schedule 2 controlled dangerous substances and possession of Schedule 3 controlled dangerous substances. Elton James Ryder remains incarcerated in the parish jail pending a bond hearing.
Well, and Lonnie, we appreciate it very, very much as we kind of round out the show here. It's a really nice thing to see where we identify these issues, multiple areas working together. There are two of the three of here in different areas where they have charges in one place, they get arrested in another. But while the Christmas season is kind of coming upon us, it's nice to be able to get some of these drugs and drug dealers off of the streets and making it
it's a
available.
You know, it's got to be a cooperative endeavor, you know, between all agencies, because they call on us and we call on them, and it's very important to have that communication because none of these warrants would be possible without the help of our neighbors.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it very, very much, Commander. You have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for all the work that y'all do there.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate
yes, sir.
y'all.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment of Bayou Time, but don't go anywhere. A whole lot more when we come back.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.